So this is the second video, so hopefully you've watched the first video, and I think the first video is really important. So if you've jumped to the second video, well, best of luck, but I really do recommend you watch the first video. I don't think this video will make sense. So we're on the Python Turtle screen, and we're going to just resume with importing Turtle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to carry on focusing on shapes, but we're going to add some other constructs of Python programming. Specifically, I want to add in now getting a user input and also using some if statements. And we're going to try and keep it really basic. What we're going to do is we're actually going to ask someone to choose what shape they want us to draw. So this time, rather than us just drawing a shape using computer code, we're going to say to someone, what shape do you want us to draw? Give them an option, like a little menu, and they choose, and then we draw that shape. So this is now quite detailed and quite sophisticated, and you can really stretch this project as much as you like. But I'm going to create a little version, then I want you to go away and try and create your own and see how well you get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a print statement, and I'm going to say, what shape would you like me to draw? Now, I'm the coder in this scenario. When I run the program, I become the user. Okay, so the programmer is someone that sits behind the computer and codes the program. The user tends to be the customer that uses it. So we're performing the role of two people here. But right now, I'm the coder. So I've used a print statement. These were in your Year 7 videos, if you want to go back and look at those. Here's the print statement. What shape would you like me to draw? Then I'm going to create a menu. I'm going to call that menu shapes. And the reason I'm doing this now, and you'll see it in a minute, is because it's going to save a bit of space. Now I'm going to use 3 speech marks. And I'm going to say 1 is a square, 2 is a triangle, and 3 is a circle. Now these are my shapes, but you can do your own in a bit. And I use 3 speech marks at the end. Then I'm going to say print shapes. Now notice, yes, Year 8, I haven't put speech marks around the word shapes. That's because shapes is technically a variable storing this menu. Then I'm going to say choice. This is another variable. Then I'm going to say input. And I'm going to ask them for their option. Enter number of shape. So hopefully someone would understand that 1 would be square, 2 would be triangle, 3 would be circle. And I'm going to store that under my variable choice. Now I'm going over these quite quickly here, but these are all explained in the Year 7 video. So please, you've got plenty of time. Go and watch those if you're not sure. Other than, if you're fine with that, then keep on watching, keep going with this. Then I'm going to say if choice equals 1 colon and press enter. This is now called an if statement. So we did for loops in the last video, and I'll use a for loop in a minute. But this if statement means that if choice, and look at my variable choice, if that equals, I need 2 equal signs, 1, and 1 is in speech marks, I want to draw a square. Now, this is where I use my loop, so I'm going to say, and look how I'm inside the if statement here, Year 8. So I've indented inside. So make sure, if you're not sure how to do that, go to the line above it, press enter once, it does it for you. For I in range 4, because it's 4 sides of a square, another colon, turtle dot forward 100, turtle dot right 90. I now run this, let's test it out. And all of a sudden, nothing happens here, but the code appears down here. What shape would you like me to draw? 1 square, 2 triangle, 3 circle. Perfect. So I'm going to say square. Now I haven't done the other code, so I can't test the others just yet. Then I press enter, and a square appears. Perfect. Now, if I wanted to do the triangle, which I'm going to do now, I need to make sure that I'm underneath on line number 17. I'm in line with the if statement. I'm not inside the if statement. That won't work. I have to be inside. And I'm going to use the word elif. Now, elif stands for else if. This is a Python word, a Pythonic word. Else if. Else if choice equals 2. Then I'm going to say for I in range 3. Turtle dot forward. Let's do 120, and then turtle dot right. 120 again. I know it has to be 120 degrees, okay? I introduced that in the last video. It has to be 120 degrees, otherwise I won't get 3 sides of my triangle. I'm going to now do the circle. So I'm going to say Elif again, choice equals 3 this time. Now, circle, I've not done a circle before, and I wonder if any of you want to pause the video and see if you can code a circle using a for loop. This is what my circle is going to look like. I'm going to say for I in range again. I like to use I all the time, but you can use anything you want here. It doesn't have to be I, but it does need to be for, it does need to be in, it does need to be in range. It's 360 this time. Turtle dot forward. And I'm going to say, this is quite difficult, this might not work that well. I'm going to say forward dot 2 times. So no, I'm going to say forward dot 10. Then I'm going to say turtle dot right 1, because the circle will turn 1 degree 360 times, and that should hopefully complete my loop. Now, what I'm going to do at the end is I want to have a final option. And this links back to the Year 7 video. So my if statements, the final option is always else. Always else, always on its own. That's a rule that you'll learn in Year 7, Year 8, Year 9, Year 10, Year 11 if you do coding. You always have an else at the end. Now here, because I've got 3 options, let's say someone says option 4, I'm just going to print not an option. Okay, I think that's quite nice. It helps the program. I think you can all try and add that in. So look at the indents here, Year 8. This has become quite complex now, but I'm going to see if I can run this code. Let's see what happens. So run. What should I like me to draw? Now I know square works. Let's try triangle. Perfect. I have to then run the code again. I'm going to run circle. Oh, it is working. Look, it's going to be ginormous, isn't it? And it's probably going to take a while to draw, but it's still going. It's still going. I've tried zooming out. Let's see if this brings me much luck. Here we go. You can see it's still running. It's still going. It's going to come all the way back round. It's a huge circle, but the code has worked. Perfect. It's drawn my circle. I could zoom back into my code now. And I could now actually change, rather than going forward 10 times, I'm going to say, I'm going to go forward 4 times. And also Year 8, you might not know this, but if I go turtle.speed and tell it to go 0, that should be the quickest speed. I think this should work. Let's try that again for you. I want to draw a circle. Enter. Okay. I don't think that's going much quicker, is it? I'm not sure it is, but it's definitely a bit smaller, so you can play about with that if you want. Okay, so as that's drawing, here is your main task. I would like you to spend some time coding some sort of menu, pick your shapes, give someone the option, use my code, give someone some if statements and allow them to choose their option, see if the code can work, and how about you try and see if you can do different shapes in different colors. So the last video, I used some color code to get the shapes working. So there's quite a lot of instructions here, Year 8, and I would like you to give it a really good go and see how much you can code. Now, one final message I think is important. Please, please, please share your work with me. You can either screenshot your work and put it into an email, put it into a Word document. You can just send me emails. My email address is on the PowerPoint, so you can share the work with me. I'd love to see it. If you have any questions, any errors you're not sure about, send me an email. I'll do my best to answer it. Even if I'm not your normal computing teacher, just email me and I will answer them, I promise. But definitely share any coding work you do, because I would love to see it. If I go back to the PowerPoint, in the final slide, there's some other really great websites you could follow. So some other computing YouTube videos at the top, which I love. You could watch those. But there's some other Python programming work and some projects in Scratch we can have a go at that are actually aimed at primary school students. But I promise they're still good for year 7 and year 8 students. There's some other free coding courses there. So there's plenty of information and hours worth of coding you can have a go at. By all means, keep me involved, keep me up to date with emails telling me how you're getting on, and I wish you the best of luck with your Python work this term. Thank you.